How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. If you are a contractor, then this video is for you. This is a common question that does come up with a lot of my clients around their general liability insurance and how their premium is determined for this policy. It's obviously a policy that just about every business will have in place and is very important for contractors and construction businesses. So the first portion for how the premium is going to be determined is based on your payroll. Your payroll for the actual work that you're doing. So if you're a roofing business or if you're doing a lot of carpentry work, if you're doing HVAC work, electrical, whatever it is, every insurance company will then have a class code associated with that type of work. So every insurance company is going to have a different rate associated with that. But again, it's going to be based on your payroll, your total payroll that your business does for that. And then the second part is going to be your total subcontracted costs and then the work associated with that subcontracted work. These are really going to be the two areas that drive your premium for general liability. And it's something that across the board insurance companies take into account. Now with this, it's very important to remember that general liability policies are going to be subject to an audit. So if you have big changes throughout the year, big swings, if you've done a lot more work one year versus or this year versus the past year, then you should make sure to note that. Maybe contact your agent throughout the year if you're a lot busier than you expected, because then you will get hit with a large audit bill. But at the same time, if you've done less work, then you will get a refund or a credit on your next policy term. Same thing goes for subcontracted work. If you if you hire a lot more subs or you just do more subcontracted work than you expect, this will also be taken into account at the audit. Another important thing to note around subcontractors is to make sure that you are using insured subcontractors. Just about every insurance company across the board, when they go through their audits, they are going to want to see that you are collecting evidence of insurance from these contractors, from these subcontractors. So, and then also at the same time, a best practice is to keep subcontractor agreements on file, right? Have these in place, make sure that you're using them. This just helps protect your liability and overall risk exposure, especially as your business is growing, as maybe you are subbing out more work or using more subcontractors. Having these agreements in place, as basic and simple as it might sound like more work, but it really can protect you in the long run and on the back end. So very important to make sure that you are taking these into account. And then as far as anything else regarding cost for general liability, it really comes down to those two main factors. Your payroll and then the work associated with that, whether it's roofing, excavation, concrete, HVAC work, whatever it is, and then your subcontracted costs and the work associated with what those subs are doing. Every insurance company is going to have different rates. Some insurance companies are going to be a lot better if you do have a higher percentage of subcontracted work than others. So it's definitely important to make sure that you are working with an agent, an agency that does have access to multiple carriers that are good with contractors. Because again, the appetite for each of these insurance companies is going to be very different from one to another. But those are really the basic principles around how your general liability insurance cost is determined, and especially when it comes to W-2 versus 1099 employees, because I know that is a big question that a lot of folks have in the contracting and construction space when it comes to their cost for general liability insurance. As far as coverage specifically goes, I have made several other videos on that I can link below and throughout the video if you haven't seen them pop up. But again, if you have any specific questions, feel free to reach out directly. All my contact info should be in the description below. If you have any big questions or if you need help, I would love the opportunity to work with you. I do work with quite a few contractors throughout Michigan, throughout the Midwest. So if there is anything I can ever help with, whether it's commercial insurance, personal insurance, whatever it may be, feel free to reach out. All my contact info is below. I am pretty easy to get a hold of. So thanks for tuning in, and look forward to seeing if I can help. Thanks a lot.